Another day, another Cam Newton story, this time taking another turn, kind of doing a backtrack on what he said before, contradicting himself really. For this one, now claiming that he is okay being a backup. Before, he talking about how all these randoms got all these jobs, how he's not in the NFL being a starter. Now, on this next podcast, he states that he's willing to be a backup only for certain teams, or to say certain players. Note that, again, hurt himself because he could have just said, hey, I'll be a backup for anybody. Please give me an opportunity, so forth. Much better way of handling things instead of just naming, hey, I'll only be court backups for these guys, but for the other ones, are you saying that you want to be their backups because you feel you're better than them? You feel like you can't beat them out to be a starter? I'll send the video right now. Quick disclaimer: this is not my video personally. This, as you see on screen right now, it's on Dov Kleiman. Giving credit to him. I'll leave a link down below to this link for you can watch it for yourself. But again, not claiming any property or anything like that of the video. This is his. He posted it, so let me give him credit for that. But here's the video.
I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say in regards to my future in the NFL, and I wanted to set the record straight by saying this is how I feel. There ain't 32 guys that's better than me, but I also know that I could also be a backup, and I'm willing to be a backup. Players that I will back up. Number one, I'll back up Deshaun Watson. It goes without saying, me and Deshaun Watson's relationship, he was on my 707 All-Star team. I've grown to admire the person, the athlete that he is, going through a lot of turmoil, but I believe that's behind him. My number two person would be wherever Lamar Jackson decides to go. Number three will be Justin Fields, another C1N product. Number four will be Tua Tagovailoa. Number five will be Malik Willis, another C1N All-Star representative. And I would say there's three rookie quarterbacks that I would love or enjoy to groom. Any of these rookie quarterbacks, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and Anthony Richardson, any one of those guys, I would be happy to back those guys up. Who we got? Number 7, Jalen Hurts. Number 8 would be Aaron Rodgers. Number 9 would be Josh Allen. And number 10 will be Sam Howell, another C1N alumni. But when you think about the list, it's really to the point. Now, some of those guys may already have penciled in backups that the franchise is probably okay with, and that's fine. I'm just voicing my opinion.
So yeah, that's interesting list. Some of the spots that he did say, well, just particularly one, is, I think, to me, the best spot. I mean, just to throw it out there right now, Baltimore, I think, is the best spot for him because of the whole Lamar situation, not knowing that for the franchise tag, is there a chance he's going to sit out for the season? Can he sit partially? But also the other factor being injury. Is he going to get injured again and potentially be come in and play a few games? Like I said, if he sits out, he could potentially be the starter. Outside of that, I don't get where he's coming up with these names. For Deshaun Watson, the other factor too, quickly, is how much the price. How much money do you want? How much money are you demanding for Cam Newton? Former MVP and so forth. How much money are you demanding? Because for Deshaun Watson, you're not going to get a ton of money because of Deshaun Watson's contract. The other one, Aaron Rodgers, you're not going to get a lot of money because they're spending a lot on receivers. They got Allen Lazard. Reports that Aaron Rodgers is a done deal. They're just waiting for the draft to happen. Draft night to complete the trade. There's also talks they might go after Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham right now is demanding $15 million. Is he going to get that? I don't know. But at the worst case, that's how much money it's going to cost to get him. So it's, again, where's the money going to come from to sign you, depending on how much you're asking for. Other ones, too, he did name rookies. Of course, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, which I think is very funny thinking of CJ Stroud for now, because, with many believing that CJ Stroud's going to go number 1. Of course, there's reports today and, last, days before of Bryce Young now saying, oh, the Panthers are all in on Bryce Young, which I've said in my first mock draft, it's going to be going back and forth between those guys. But regardless, it's just funny that one of those teams that's going to end up with the 3 that he named is Carolina. Again, going back to Carolina for your potential third stint, if that's even going to happen, I doubt it. I think it's quite interesting that he named one of them because it's basically kind of guaranteeing him Carolina being one of the teams to get one of them. Outside of that, as a Bills fan for Josh, if I'm just looking at it as a talent perspective, I think Cam Newton would be a good backup because I don't like Kyle Allen unless you're me going to the draft and getting a quarterback in the late rounds. As a skill set, I like Cam Newton because he's similar to Josh. But again, how much money are you asking for? Also, your personality. Are you going to be over the top? And also, people kind of knock him on his he's too flashy with his outfits. I don't care about that. I just care about if you do your job. If you're going to be outspoken and so forth, I don't want you on the team. But if you're willing to truly be a backup, I have no problem with the Bills looking at you for my Bills. But outside of that, Tua, he named it why? Because Tua gets hurt a lot. It gives him an opportunity to step in. But at the same time, too, they just signed Mike White, who people are mixed feelings about. Definitely played good and with the Jets, but again, I feel like they're pretty solid at that spot. Hurts, I don't get for Jalen Hurts because it's at least for him. Again, if there's a different angle he's trying to put on this, and he's thinking that he might be able to beat out, if he thinks might beat out Jalen Hurts, or he thinks there's a chance he could start, Hurts is not a good place to go. He names Malik Willis, but Malik Willis isn't even the starter. We don't even know who the starter is going to be. The Tennessee Titans were reportedly trying to explore going to the 3rd overall pick to potentially get one of these 3 guys he named. So Malik Willis isn't even a starter for now. So you're saying you're going to be a backup to the backup? You're going to be a 3rd string? I mean, Tannehill technically, I believe, is still on the team. So yeah, you're saying you okay with being the 3rd string quarterback? I mean, there's our reports saying they are going to tend to let him go. Again, who knows about Malik Willis? How he's going to look. I mean, if you're going off his rookie season, then Cam Newton has a good shot of beating Malik Willis out. Sam Howell, again, you just signed Jacoby Brissett, which in Cam's, in his state of age and how he's a player. Last time we saw him, I'd much rather take Jacoby Brissett. I think Brissett is one of, if not the best backup quarterbacks in the NFL. He is a great backup to have, and I'd rather have him and pay him a little bit more money than have Cam Newton. Justin Fields, again, similar play style. I don't know if he thinks that he has a chance to maybe get in because for injury reasons and so forth. I don't like that he's naming just certain quarterbacks, saying, "Oh, I'm comfortable with being their backups." So what? But again, you're kind of being vague on what your motive is for this. All right, so what do we assume that you didn't say when you didn't say someone's name? Is it because you don't feel like you can beat them out? You don't feel comfortable being their backup because you don't think you have a shot, or so forth, or vice versa with this? You feel comfortable because you think you have a shot of being the backup or a shot of starting? Again, I don't know. He could be totally genuine with this, of saying, hey, I'm truly okay with being a backup for these teams, but in your spot right now, you don't hold the cards. You don't have the power to say, oh, I can just pick out these certain teams that I want to go to, and the rest, you're not good enough for me. I'm more suited for these guys. If you're truly looking for another opportunity, you have to just say again, listen, hey, I'm willing to come in as a backup. I'm willing to do whatever you guys need me to do. I'm willing to go play for any team. But for him posting his previous video talking about randoms and how they have jobs, now saying, oh, I'm willing to be a backup for these certain people. I'm sure he's probably naming Sam Howell as probably one of those randoms. He was probably thinking Malik Willis was one of those randoms. I'm just seeing the list. I mean, I don't know if he would feel the same thing about Tua or Fields or any of them. I mean, I hope he's not talking about Lamar, Rodgers, and Allen. But also, again, you're leaving out Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert. What do you feel about them? I mean, again, it's just if he didn't mean to take a shot at these guys players that he left off his list, it kind of comes off that way just because your previous video talking about your workout. And I think for the best for Cam Newton is to stop going on podcasts, stop saying these things, and have a representative go, or you personally just clean up how you say things, and say, listen, hey, I'm willing to be a backup for whoever gives me opportunity. I'm willing to do whatever they want me to do, and just leave it at that. But going on podcasts and saying all these things, it's not going to help you. It's not. I'm sorry. Probably with this video, even if we just exclude this one, just from your last one with the randoms, it probably just solidified that you're not going to be in the NFL this upcoming season. Do I personally believe, taking a step back, being objective, do I believe you can still play in the NFL? Absolutely. Not as a starter. If you truly believe you're the 2015 Cam Newton, then there's no way in hell you're going to get a job. But as a backup, I think you're still good enough to be a backup in the NFL, be a quality backup. But again, the problem is, I think more so not your play or if you're washed, it's your attitude and what you post online. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next one.